What's up, guys? You ever notice how every single YouTube video starts like that? Not us, baby. It's the opening line: eat, sleep, bet, repeat. That's how we get down here on the opening line. And I'm flying solo, unless you can see my dog, Rooney. Our boy Benny's out with a bit of a toothache. That's no fun. He's getting that taken care of. So I'm going to be here to hopefully stuff your pockets with some EPL action. It's a bit of a weird weekend, actually. Why? Because the guys are on international break. Holiday break is what they call it, but I don't know why it's now and not actually over the holiday. We shove these guys into 100 games over the Christmas period, into the new year, and then we give them a break, I guess because maybe we're getting ready for Champions League and Europa League. I don't know. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about some bets. So as always, we're going to start with the 7:30 game this Saturday. There's only 4 games total this weekend for EPL action, and we're going to talk about 2 of those. First up, Everton hosting Crystal Palace. Everton, a big minus 160 home favorite. Low total of just 2.5, juice on the under. And I'm bullish on Everton long term. For those of you who don't know or aren't familiar, Everton fired their manager, struggling for results, had a good team, good roster, but weren't getting the results. Let go of him, brought in a new world-class manager in Carlo Ancelotti. Fantastic manager, and he's actually turned this team around quite a bit. And the way he's doing it is a touch surprising. He's not really known for his team scoring a bunch of goals. Everton obviously haven't been scoring a bunch of goals this season, but 2 and 3 goals in their last 2 games is a promising sign and a good step in the right direction. I was actually really glad to see Everton bounce back after that horrible Newcastle collapse where they were up 2-0 and gave away 2 goals in the 94th and 95th minute to just finish with a tie there a couple games ago. But even bigger than that, let's take it a step further. Down 2-0 against West Ham, come all the way back to win 3-2 and grab the 3 points there. So that was an easy spot for them to fold up their tent, hang their heads, go home. They fought back and battled. So I love the spirit of this Everton team. So certainly at home, they'll be looking for the 3 points. But let's talk about the other side as well. What the hell is going on with Crystal Palace? It seems like every single time I give Roy Hodgson, their manager, who's 1,000 years old, a compliment, they go on a horrible run of form. And it hasn't been terrible. I mean, they have a bunch of draws in there, but they haven't had a win in 2020. They lost their last 2 in a row, both at home and without scoring a goal. Their big signing over the Christmas period, the January period, was Cenk Tosun from Everton, who never got to play there. So they're taking Everton's castaways and trying to plug them in. He's hurt. Benteke starts. They're big road dogs here, and rightfully so. But here's a fun fact. Since the beginning of December, Crystal Palace have scored just 1 goal in the first half of games, first 45 minutes. Hard to win a lot of games like that. So look, keeping that in mind when looking for bets, what I like to do in situations like this where we have a decently big minus 160 home favorite and a low total is just attack the first half. Knowing Palace struggled to score early, that's where I'm heading. Everton to win the first half is plus 130. Play it, fade it. That's where my money is going. Now keep in mind, if the first half ends 0-0 or 1-1, we lose our bet. Obviously, if Crystal Palace is winning at the end of the first half, we lose our bet. We need Everton to score and be ahead at halftime. If you want to get a little funky and grab that first goal scorer, Richarlison is back in the lineup, back in good health and in really good form, and he's plus 400 to grab that first goal. I like his form when he's healthy. Might as well go there. And the other game we're going to talk about is on Sunday afternoon. Man City minus 1,000, huge home favorites against West Ham. So we can't really do much with the side there. I want to say the goal line is minus 2.5. So what I'm going to do is look towards an alternate total. The total right now is at 4 with, I believe, slight juice on the under. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals and pay the 160. You might not like laying that juice, but I'm going to on this one, and here's why. And by the way, shop around for this number come Sunday. Could drop a little bit. I don't know that it has a whole lot of room for going up from this point, so no reason to put the bet in today. Just look around on Sunday afternoon. Number one, West Ham aren't that bad in the attack. I mean, for a team that's sitting in relegation zone in 18th place right now in the Premier League table, they have some ability going forward. Mikel Antonio is back healthy and causing problems. Sebastian Haller, if he gets service, can do some damage. And we know Man City's vulnerable at the back. So I think we've already seen recently how this match is going to play out because West Ham just visited Leicester a couple weeks ago and lost 4-1. That's exactly how I see this game going. 3-1 or even 4-1 feels right, with City jumping out to maybe like a 2-0, even a 3-0 lead, and then West Ham grabbing a goal late in the second half to if we need it, push us over the total. Man City themselves have been struggling to score the last couple games, but it's not been because they aren't creating chances. They just haven't been finishing the chances. Against Tottenham, they had 19 shots and created 4 big chances. What are big chances? Basically, opportunities where it's harder to miss than to make. I mean, that's a really simplified version of it, but a big chance is where they should score a goal. Then you have, of course, the game against Manchester United. Took 13 shots, had 2 big chances, lost 1-0. So let's take it back to the last time these guys met. It's all the way back in August, but in London at West Ham, Man City won 5-0. Basically wire-to-wire domination, which could happen again this game. But it was 1-0 at halftime. And then City poured it on late with 4 late goals. So at home, City are on a totally different level. They've scored 2 goals, at least 2 goals, I should say, in their last 4 home games and last 7 of 8, with only a 2-1 loss against Manchester United sandwich in there. So we do see goals. We do expect goals from Man City. I'm not surprised if West Ham put one in themselves. So over 3.5 for the game is where I'm going to go. If you want to get different and have an opportunity for plus odds here, I don't hate under 1.5 goals for the first half. Obviously sounds a little counterintuitive to our overall game bet, but if you want to get different from what I'm going, take the under 1.5. What we're banking on there, obviously, is West Ham to not score in the first half, City to keep a clean sheet, and Man City to maybe create chances but not finish as many as we would like. I think, with this bet, obviously, we need to have it at exactly 1 goal or under. 2 goals is a loss. Risky, but if you want to get different from what I'm going for, that's what you're going to see. Also, don't mind the over in the second half if we are at 1-0 or maybe even 2-0 at halftime, but we'll have to handle that live in the chat room over on EliteSportsBetting.com. So there it is. In and out. 2 bets for you today. 4 total if you take the Richarlison and the under in the first half. Keep it easy. Keep it simple. It's actually snowing here in Atlanta, so I'm going to go outside and make the world's smallest snowman because it doesn't stick. It's 45 degrees. You guys have fun this weekend. That's it for the opening line. Signing off.